Welcome to the Race to 270. I'm your host, Sierra Smith. Last Friday, a vice presidential debate was held at the University of Michigan in Ann Arbor, Michigan. The candidates discussed foreign policy, healthcare, environmental issues, and touched on social issues. Democratic candidate Riley voiced her support for nonviolence in Syria. Republican candidate Finch believes that the U.S. should take a more aggressive stance against them. The candidates had an awkward moment during the initial part of the debate when they both seemed to be arguing for the same side.
Okay, I actually do agree with my candidate. We do stand with Israel, and if Syria uses chemical weapons, then we do need to make sure that we take charge and support our allies and support our country. I do also actually agree that we do not want to go to war. We want to avoid war at all costs. However, I do think that my opponent is being a little too sensitive about this.
However, they did butt heads on healthcare issues.
So for starters, I do not think that the government should mandate healthcare. This is something that should be taken personally. This is something that will help the economy if we move it to private. And we need to promote competition, which means that there will be better prices and better quality for all citizens.
That's why we have policemen, that's why we have firefighters, that's why you can dial 911. You know, what if we got rid of those? It's the same concept. You want to be able to, in theory, give these people this health care, but you're not actually going to do anything about it. You're willing to just push it all onto the private sector, and that's not realistic.
The candidates seem to have little interest in discussing social issues, though they requested that those questions be touched upon.
As I've previously said, I really don't think that these social issues are something for us to focus on.
But I also agree that right now we have so many other huge issues to focus on that this is not a top priority.
Also proclaimed that abstinence be taught to reduce the need for abortion. However, CNN found that teen pregnancy is actually highest in the states in which abstinence is taught to teenagers, namely Arkansas and New Mexico. Following the debate, Democratic candidate Patel gave a speech in Wisconsin in which she gave specifics on her plan to address the debt, criticized her opponent, and spoke of gun control. Republican candidate Kiefer spoke in Iowa and addressed social issues. He is personally against abortion because he considers it to be taking a life. However, he said if elected, he plans to allow the states to draft their own legislation on the issue. Kiefer also plans to continue the use of capital punishment on a federal level. And while he never said that he was against gay marriage, he strongly emphasized the importance of nuclear families. In this part of his speech, Kiefer made a faux pas, claiming that he was not against discrimination. He said he was not against discrimination. Afterwards, he made a press release.
Yeah, I apologize if I offended anyone. What I meant was I am actually against discrimination. What I am trying to say is that I don't want to discriminate against gays. The Republicans don't want to discriminate against gays, but we need to make sure that the nuclear family is a big issue. And as a Republican ticket, we would support a stable family.
Kiefer's views seem contradictory here. He is strongly against abortion, but strongly for capital punishment. In one case, he advocates against the taking away of life, and in another case, he advocates for it. Both Republican candidates have strongly emphasized the importance of nuclear families, yet in doing so, they may have lost support from single parents and homosexual couples. This has been Sierra Smith on the Race to 270. Join us next time when we'll bring you the results of the election.